Hey, Melissa, thanks for joining me.
Hi.
This is Melissa Kulik. She has been a client of mine for about 12 weeks now. And she's going to just share a little bit about her journey. And Melissa, you've had a really inspiring story. And I thought that it would be really great for you to share that story, where you were and where you're at now. So thank you for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
It's awesome. So just tell us a little bit about yourself and where you were when we first met. What
All
was
right.
going on and how you were feeling.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, hello everyone. I'm Melissa, and I got introduced to Dom through my aunt because my aunt started working with him, and I was in a pretty dark place, and she was like, you know what? Like, let me hook you up with this guy Dom. He's great. And I was a little bit on the fence about it, but I was also, to be honest, so desperate to get out of the state that I was in that I was like, all right, let me check this out. So we had our first session.
What was that like, your first session?
It was good. I almost felt embarrassed to talk to you because I was in such a weird funk. I was like, this isn't my normal self. Like, I swear I'm normally way better than this, but I was just in a dark place. And I mean, I felt good talking to you. I knew that you weren't judgmental or anything like that. So I felt very comfortable talking to you, but I just knew the person I was talking to was not who I am. I'm like, I've lost myself. I'm not who I am. And so it was really, it was almost hard to take that first step, but at the same time, I was willing to do it because I was so desperate to get out of that headspace where I was.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really great. And I remember you told me you were like, you're totally gonna come out of this and you're gonna be yourself again. And I almost didn't believe you. I was like, yeah, right. I'm never gonna be happy again. And here we are 12 weeks later almost. And
You're better than before.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And so you're a mom.
That's right. Yes, I
How
am.
old is
We
your
have
daughter?
Lily's 5, and
Yeah.
she's funky and fun,
Yeah.
little
So tell
sassy.
us, she is. Um, so tell us about where you're at now and how has that affected your relationships?
Okay, so where I'm at now, I'm at a really good place right now. And I think what really had helped me is taking the time to invest in myself. So meeting with you once a week, right? Like that was really helpful because I had to take that time out of my schedule every week to actually work on myself and focus on myself.
Mm.
So that was wonderful. Not to mention all the tools that you gave me to um, work on all the goals I had told you about. So now I feel like at a 9.5. When I started, I was at like a 2. So it's a tremendous improvement. And I'm feeling great. I'm feeling in control of my feelings and my thoughts. And I don't feel like a victim anymore. I've been loving myself and taking care of myself. And right now, my relationships are wonderful. Even as I mentioned to you the other day, I said, even my relationship with my daughter is better because I'm kind of back to myself and I'm loving myself. And I don't think you can be a super great parent if you don't love yourself, and if you're a little bit negative. So I think it's benefited my relationship with my daughter and I, not to mention my friends, even my family, and even romantic relationships. All of those relationships are affected if you are not happy and you're not taking care of yourself. And I think the biggest thing that I've shared with you is that I have found how important it is to love yourself and to be in control of your own thoughts. And the epiphany I kind of had, I don't know if it's like I had like a moment to God, moment coming to God type of thing, was that I am the only person who can control my thoughts and my feelings. And I cannot rely on other people to bring me happiness in life. And I think that was like my biggest like aha moment out of the whole time that we have been talking. Is I was like, wow, like I'm in control.
Mm.
Other people are not in control of me. I am. And it's been really empowering. And I feel very empowered now. And I feel, I just feel in control of my feelings and emotions, 95% of the time, which before I was like 5% of the time in control. And it's just crazy. And it's awesome, and things are just going really well. But I had to take the time to work on myself. And if I wouldn't have taken the time to work on myself, that would have never happened. And I think one of the biggest things was starting out with being grateful. So the gratitude journaling really helped me a lot. It helped me put things into perspective. It helped me focus on the good things that I do have. And then also, as you know, I'm a big fan of affirmations. So starting my day out with affirmations is so huge, so instrumental into my progress. So I am just, really glad that I was able to stick to that and be where I'm at today.
So when we started, I'm going to share a little bit about what you shared in that first session with me,
Okay.
right? In terms of where you were at when we started, right? You were getting over a breakup, right? You were having a hard time just coping and understanding, and you were not feeling confident. Your self-esteem was kind of non-existent, right? You felt that you weren't present in your relationships.
Yes.
You weren't feeling productive, right? You felt like you weren't living to your fullest potential.
Right.
You were in a hole, kind of stuck in a hole of fear and sadness and even some depression setting in, right?
Oh yeah.
And back then in our first session, you said that you wanted to be happy and successful.
Yes.
That you wanted to feel amazing and have more energy. That you wanted to be feeling confident and unstoppable again. That you wanted to feel productive. That you wanted to feel more free.
Mm-hmm.
And that you wanted to kick ass.
Yes.
So,
yes, this is so true. I remember saying that to you.
and I said, you are going to kick ass. And so do you feel you have?
Yeah, I definitely do. Even the way I am at work now, it's like I can just see how my attitude just affects my whole day, and I feel a lot more productive at work. And again, I feel just with all my relationships in life, I feel more present. And I think it's really hard to have a good relationship when you're not present and you don't enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel that, I mean, it's just it surfaces in every orifice of your life.
It does.
So it's very important.
It does. I know one of the things that come up for people when they enter into something like this is that there's this idea that it's an all or nothing proposition.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've got to be perfect.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Did that come up for you at all? And what are your feelings about that today?
Yeah. So I remember when we first started talking and you were like, asking me kind of like things that went well and things that didn't well. And I was like, well, this went well, but I really did, this isn't that bad, and I was very focused on that I didn't do the task perfect, like let's say I had a takeaway for the week and I felt almost a little bit of anxiety for not being perfect.
Yeah.
And I remember you told me, you said, we're all perfectly imperfect.
Yeah.
And that was super key because that has stuck in my head. And
wow, that's going back all the way to the beginning.
I remember because I wrote it down, and
wow,
the idea for anybody to try to be perfect is just crazy, right? And I think that'll kind of make you feel like a little nuts because it's just not possible for it to be, to be perfect at all times. So I remember at first I had anxiety about trying to be perfect, and now I don't even think about it that much anymore.
It hasn't been a topic of our conversation for at least 6 weeks.
It hasn't. And so I think just getting over the idea of trying to be perfect, you just almost got to just throw that idea away. Like, just get rid of that idea, because that's going to make you feel defeated.
Yep.
Every time you try to be perfect, because it's just not realistic. So I think just remembering that we are all perfectly imperfect is it's just a great little thing to have in your head when you're feeling, when you're maybe stuck in that headspace.
Yeah. Yeah. So just one last quick question. What would you recommend to others if they were on the fence about this? What would you say to them to kick them off the fence one way or the other?
as much as I was really resistant to doing affirmations, I didn't like it at first at all.
You were like, I will never forget. You were like, I don't know about this stuff. Sounds a little bit out there.
I was like, I hate this when I first started doing it. I didn't like it. But then I started to shift. Like all of a sudden I was like, this is kind of nice. I like this. And so I think even if you just start with one small thing a week, whether it's affirmations or some gratitude journaling or something, whatever tool that will work for you, I think if you can just really stick to it and not give up on it, and if you really just think about what you want. And also, sorry, visualization, I feel like that was really helpful too. I was visualizing my future and what I wanted. I think if you can just start with one thing and stick to it, I think that you guys will all be okay. And it's a beautiful thing when all of a sudden you get over whatever you're getting over, and it's pretty wonderful.
It is. You feel empowered.
Yes.
Accomplished.
Right? Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Melissa, this has been awesome. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
And the progress that you've made. And I'm so thankful that you've been willing to share your journey like this with everybody, because it is an inspiring story, you know, and I know that your story is going to inspire some other people. So thank you for sharing your story, where you were, where you're at now. And I wish you all the best as you continue to move forward on your journey. And I look forward to continue to being a part of your journey and watching you move forward as you go. So thank you so much.
Thank you.